Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Good to see almost 18 players online. You can invite some more of your friends to join this rapid-fire physiology quiz. So every day we will have 4 to 5 quiz tournaments, live broadcasted on your favorite YouTube channel, youtube.com/onlinembbs. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the videos, and also set up a reminder and share it with all your friends. So good to see almost 20 online. शुरू करेंगे और आज रात 12 बजे को midnight masala medicine quiz with Murali Bharadwaz. Please don't miss it. And I'm going to sing a lullaby for all of you to ultimately end of the day with a quiz with about 20 classical questions for the entrance exam, NEET PG FMGE. You're all laboring day in and day out with a great aspiration. So that will be a good night lullaby, our midnight masala medicine quiz every day. So don't miss that. So doctor, let's start the great play. Look into your smartphone. So you have been shown 2 curves. One normal curve of the volume and pressure in the left ventricle, and you have been shown another curve. What is that curve? Which one? Valvular heart disease. Let me see how many cardiologists are sitting here. Bravo! It is a classical aortic stenosis is what you need to remember. Good to see Patel, Aarti, Akash. So just please call or WhatsApp 9000868 Become part of our WhatsApp group. For the quiz players, almost there are about 170 players in our NEET PG FMGE daily quiz group, quiz tournament group. So you will get the link so that you also can join and participate in this quiz. So doctor, very good. Priyank is on the top with Paritosh, Sriram, Gautami, and many more. So doctor, if you see the curve here, what you are able to see, the phase 3 got constricted classically. So that is very important thing about the way you recognize an aortic stenosis. There are higher pressures generated during the isovolumic contraction, that is the phase 2, because of the increased afterload, and that leaves a less energy and time available for the ejection phase, that is phase 3. And that is the reason the stroke volume becomes reduced in case of the aortic stenosis is what you need to remember. So all these things, Dr. MS, MR, AS, AR, how to recognize the pressure volume curve. Today only you should go back to the onlinembbs.com video library and do the revision, which is very important. Question number 2. Once more, look at your smartphone, expand the image. There are 2 curves, curve A, curve B. So on the x-axis, you have extracellular concentration of the substance. So curve B typically is a feature of excellent. Curve B is a feature of facilitated diffusion is what you need to remember. Very good, very good, very good. Superb, superb. I'm able to see 28 online students and 21 have joined the quiz. The remaining people, no worries, just call our helpline please call on or WhatsApp to get the quiz link for you also to join the quiz. Okay, so if you are the part of this quiz group, every time I get the time, I will make you to play a marathon quiz of 20 questions in a rapid fire, of course, and that gives you an extra adrenaline kick while preparing for the exam. Okay, you can even participate sitting in a reading room, etc., etc. So now, doctor, the next question. Question number 3. What is a wrong statement out of all this? Wrong statement. Especially acid-base disturbances, the phosphate buffer, protein buffer, bicarbonate buffer, what are their pK values? Everything you should know, doctor. Only 3 of you correctly answered. You see how commonly students do a mistake in physiology on the acid-base disturbances. So my main motto of all these quizzes is, there are so many means to learn, doctor. There's no big deal. Today it is not challenging to learn. But what to learn? What is the missing factor? What topics you are weak? What topics you need to strengthen? And how to face competition. That is a practice you should get by participating in this live quiz tournaments with Dr. Murali Bharadwaz. And these tournaments will give you how to take a quick decision in 15 seconds and crack the right answer under the pressure of the exam. So that practice you should get every day. Shortly, we are going to come up with a mobile app on August 15th on Independence Day. And every hour, 24 hours, there is a quiz tournament. You'll get a notification. You can start playing the quiz. You can see how the leaderboard with others. And there's a lot of thrill in preparation, right? So the phosphate buffer is the main buffer in the intracellular fluid. And the phosphate buffer, it has a pK value very close to the physiological pH of the body fluids. So that is the reason. And hemoglobin is having 6 times more buffering capacity. That's what you need to basically remember. But phosphate buffer is more powerful than the bicarbonate. Bicarbonate is less powerful. So that makes Paritosh Jha 102, Akshay Chauhan standing on the top. Very good to see 26 online. Some of you may be wondering how to participate in the quiz. No worries. Just call our or WhatsApp our helpline and you will be part of our group. So, doctor, the phosphate buffer system, what is the pK value? The pK value is 6.8. It is very close to the pH of the body fluids, which is 7.4. Another thing is phosphate buffer is also used in the tubular fluids in order to buffer the acidity. That's a point you need to understand. So I leave all this literature for you. We discussed this in a great detail in the onlinembbs.com video library Physiology. Let me check. Kaun banega PG Pati? Cloud 16. Gene mutations, they cause the loss of what into the urine? Claudin 16 gene mutations. Very good. 6 of you are right. Typically that causes magnesiuria, magnesium, calcium to be lost into urine. So Priyank, JD, Surya 16, they're all correct. Absolutely. Great. So, doctor, familial hypomagnesemia with hypercalciuria, with nephrocalcinosis, it is an autosomal recessive disorder with the inability to reabsorb the magnesium losing the magnesium into the urine, leading to the renal calculi. It is the chlorine 19 mutation which is responsible for this renal magnesium wasting, is what you need to appreciate. Wow, I can see 26 online. I want all of you to join the quiz, Dr. O. And definitely, please, all of you come tonight, 12 p.m., Midnight Masala Medicine with Murali Bharadwaz. Every day, night, midnight, 12 o'clock, I'm going to put you all to the bed to sleep. So, doctor, which gene mutations lead to idiopathic atrial fibrillation, X-linked form of Charcot-Marie tooth, in all this? It is the connexin mutation. Please don't forget. So all these molecular things are all, if you look at the previous AIMS, All India, NEET PG, FMG question papers, these are all standard things in the question bank. Okay, so very good. So connexin gene mutations, idiopathic atrial fibrillation, congenital cataract, hearing loss, oculodentodigital dysplasia, X-linked Charcot-Marie tooth. So what happens in Charcot-Marie tooth? In this, it affects the peripheral nerves. It leads to sensory loss, muscle wasting, paralysis. That's what you need to emphatically remember. Good. Question number 6. The nutrient delivery, blood-brain barrier function in the gray matter. It is the function of which kind of cells? Which cells? Is a very, very important question. Nutrient delivery, blood-brain barrier function in gray matter. Beautiful. Protoplasmic astrocytes. Each of the neural cells, what is their function? There's a beautiful table, 200 pages book mein, likh ke rakhna hai beta. Right? So, next. That's good. Priyan, Paritosh, Akshay, Edinger. Bah, kya naam milta hai bhai aapko? We almost have 24 players. Very good. Gautami, Jindabad. Gautami also did it correctly. Al-Kaminaini. Now, doctor. Question number 7. Which of these regulate the exchange between CSF and the ECF in the brain? Between the two, which will regulate the exchange is a very, very important question. Yes, doctor. Great. Ependymal cells are the ones which are responsible for the exchange, is what you need to understand. Good. That keeps Akshay Chauhan. Chauhan is a great Rajput name, right? Among the Indian patriots. So Akshay Chauhan अपना तलवार के तार के जैसे आंसर करे, देखेंगे कौन बनेगा विनर. Synaptic plasticity in cerebellum. So what do you mean by synaptic plasticity? पहले बार कार चलाना कैसा आप सीख रहे, तो गियर कैसे मारना सीख रहे, आपका cerebellum भी सीख रहे. The more and more you are driving few more kilometers, automatically, involuntarily, you will be putting the gear and clutch. So that is synaptic plasticity. It is the Bergman's glia which are responsible for the synaptic plasticity, is what you should remember. Good. That brings Paritosh Jha to the top. Very few answered. Ram. Satyabhashi Ram bhi right kar diya. Very good. I'm so happy to see you all. Now, question number 9. To regulate the chemical environment in the ganglia in the peripheral nervous system, it is a function of which cell? To regulate the chemical environment in the ganglia is a function of which kind of cell? is specialized in that. Bravo! Satellite cell is the one which is typically responsible. That is good. Parito Jha, MI, Priyanka are on the top. Question number 10. Myelination, phagocytosis in the axons. I know what is the wrong answer. I want to get also right answer. Surely half of you are going to do this wrong. I know that. Myelination, phagocyte. I told you now, almost half of you will do it wrong. More than half. But yeah, Schwann cells versus oligodendrocytes. You need to be very sure. In the peripheral nervous system, myelination is all Schwann cells and centrally it is a oligodendrocytes. So that brings MI, Edinger, multiple myeloma on the top. Oh, question number 11. Good to see Yugender. Yugender, please join the quiz group with the quiz link. Repair of the retina. Repair of the retina is a function of which kind of cell? Great. Muller cells in the retina are responsible for the repair of the retina. Good to see 25 online players. Paritosh Jha is on the top. Good. Question number 12. The sensory information from the periphery will pass to the thalamus. Thalamus is called bedroom. All sensory information should touch there before reaching sensory cortex. But there is an exception. The only output from Wood system does not touch the thalamus. It is olfactory system. That's what you need to appreciate. Whoa. Am I Edinger, Paritosh? Very good. And Al Kaminaini, Pravalika, Jindabad. Pravalika also rightly answered. Jofin, they all kept it right. Very good. Question number 13. This is a challenging question. Whoever answers, no physiology. जो आंसर करेगा उसको फिजियोलॉजी मालूम है. किसको मालूम है? False about thalamus. What is the wrong statement about thalamus? Good. Thalamus controls the sleep and wakefulness. Thalamus is required for you to remain conscious. That's the reason any damage to thalamus leads to coma. Thalamus is also involved in motor control. That is the point you need to appreciate. Good. That keeps Paritosh on the top. So thalamus controls sleep, wakefulness, required for consciousness, and any damage result in deep coma. And thalamus also is involved in the motor control. These are all the points that you need to understand. Question number 14. What is wrong about CSF? Come on. Wrong about CSF. So always CSF versus serum. CSF versus serum. You should know all the differences. Easy question actually. Good. 6 of you are right. Potassium is low in CSF compared to serum. Sodium is higher, chloride is higher, and CSF does not have any proteins. CSF normally doesn't have proteins, so it can't depend on proteins for buffering or the acid. It depends on bicarbonate for the buffering. That's the point you need to understand. Good. that keeps me on the top. So bicarbonate is higher, sodium and chloride is higher, potassium is lower, is what you need to appreciate. Question number 15. Oh, this is a tricky question, dirty question, memory question. In accurate picture, what is most abundant? Most abundant. Super. Somatotropes are most abundant is what you should remember. Good. That keeps Edinger on the top. So, doctor, 15 to 20% are corticotropes. Thyrotropes are least. Somatotropes are 50%. That's what you need to remember. Question number 16. So, what is the mechanism of action of rigor mortis? Rigor mortis. So, what leads to rigor mortis? So, you require energy for relaxation of the muscle. Excellent. So, death will deplete ATP. Depleting ATP stops the cycling at position 3 in the actin-myosin interaction. So, the muscle remains contracted. Good to see 27 players online. Excellent, excellent, doctor. So, Dr. Shivani, Swati, everybody, please don't forget, be part of our midnight masala medicine quiz with Murali Bharadwaz before you go to sleep. Before you go and I go to sleep every day. Okay? So, excellent, excellent, doctor. Question number 17. In contrast to striated muscle, the smooth muscle lacks all these things except if you compare striated versus smooth muscle. Yes. What is your answer, doc? Beautiful, beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Tropomyosin, troponin, titin, they're all absent in smooth muscle. Actin is there in both of them. Right? So once more, smooth muscle, skeletal muscle contraction, doctor. ये पूरा चीजा खाइकू क्विज में लगाए आपको नींद से जगा के हम बोलना चाहते हैं मेरे प्यारे भारतवासियों, अगर नीट पीजी एफएमजी में टॉपर बनना है तो आपके ख्वाब देखना है तो आप अभी ऑनलाइन MBBS.com वीडियो लाइब्रेरी में जाके सब्सक्राइब होके फिजियोलॉजी में स्मूथ मसल्स, स्केलेटल मसल अब भी पढ़ाई करना है. That's what you need to every day improve a lot by attending 4 to 5 quiz tournaments that are live broadcasted along with all your friends. Okay, that's your promise. So smooth muscle lacks tropomyosin, troponin, titin is what you should remember. Question number 18. What is wrong about smooth muscle? Once more. So, how about the myosin light chain kinase? So basically in the resting state, the myosin light chain is in a dephosphorylated state, and the phosphorylation of it is the one that initiates the muscle contraction in the smooth muscle is what you should remember. Great. Most of you got clean bold. तो इसका मतलब है जरा बड़े बड़े लोग राम किया है इसको. अरे राम ने सही उत्तर दे दिया, राम ने सही उत्तर दे दिया, मगर कोई भी राइट नहीं किया. देखा? सो Smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, contraction. You have to tonight only, आज रात ही खत्म करना है, बराबर? So that is a promise you need to give to me. So similar to striated muscle, even in smooth muscle, the binding of actin and myosin is responsible for generating the contraction and tension. In the resting state, the myosin light chain is not phosphorylated, and it is having a very low affinity for actin. So myosin light chain बोलेगा, मुझे जरा पिपरमेंट खिलाओ, तब बीच में तुमसे बात करूंगा. मुझे चॉकलेट खिलाओ, तब बीच में बात करूंगा तुमसे. So it is not phosphorylated. Phosphorylate is the peppermint and the chocolate, and it has a very low affinity for actin, and they don't react with each other, and the smooth muscle is relaxed. On the other hand, when there is a phosphorylation to this myosin light chain, that will make myosin to have high affinity to actin. It will jump and give a French kiss, and that lead to binding of actin and myosin to produce the power stroke. That's what you should remember. Okay, Doc? So once more, the idea is you need to do a revision of this very important topic in NEET PG FMG question bank. So now you have been shown the force velocity curve. The force velocity curve, after load versus the power. So which curve represents? Curve A represents the red muscle. So you have to be very sure. Red muscle, white muscle. That makes me to be on the top. It looks like me is going to be the winner. We don't know what happens with the last question. So the muscle A is smaller, slower, red. Muscle B is larger, faster, white. And as the load increases, the distance shortened during a single contraction decreases. So with increased afterload, both the velocity of contraction and the distance, both of them will decrease. That's a point you need to appreciate. The last question going to decide who is going to the winner of this quiz tournament of 40,000 rupees worth of onlineMBBS.com video library. Come on. White muscle, what is characteristic? Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Great. Only 4 of you correctly answered. It has a greater mass per motor unit, which is characteristic of the white muscle. That's what you should appreciate. Excellent. Edinger, Jindabad is the winner. Congratulations, Edinger. Take a screenshot. Send it to our helpline. They will give you an instant activation to Abhishek. Day has played as Mr. Edinger. Abhishek, as usually, you have shaken the world and shown that you are on the top. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So for the last question, you should remember, generally the white muscle is the large, powerful muscle that is utilized for a short term, like ocular muscle, leg muscle of a sprinter. So there is a large mass per motor unit, high ATPase activity, high capacity for anaerobic glycolysis, and low myoglobin. Whereas the red muscle, it is generally smaller. It is an endurance muscle, like a postural muscles, anti-gravity muscles. There's a small mass per motor unit, lower ATPase activity, and a high myoglobin. So, doctor, with that, let us go for a nice dinner. And once more at 12 p.m., in fact, 11:45 p.m., we will have Midnight Masala Medicine Quiz Tournament with Murali Bharadwaz. Till then, have a great evening. Thank you.